Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for coming back for part 2. Part 2 is actually going to be a story time, which you'll understand more why in a minute. But on the screen now is our last night in Cancun. This was our last dinner. I got the lobster cannelloni. My mom got the grilled prawns, and we shared the lobster risotto. He also kept bringing us free things from the chef. The food we got, it was so good. The soup they showed earlier and everything he recommended for us to try was delicious, especially the drinks. Those were the best thing ever. Y'all have to try it. It literally tasted just like lemonade with like a little bit of like something else, but you can even taste what it was. But basically, this was our last dinner. But anyway, we stopped at the bar, had a few drinks before we went to bed, and then the next morning we had some mimosas and then headed on to the hour-and-a-half ride to Tulum. When we arrived, we checked into our Airbnb. It was in the middle of the jungle, which we knew already, but it was deeper than we thought it was going to be. But it was cool. It was nice. I had a tour for you guys, but not anymore. The first day, we basically just got settled in, and then the second day, we had to get up early to go to XPLOR, which you can see on the screen right now. We're pulling in. So anyway, we got to XPLOR super early, right when they opened, and it was already packed. I guess everybody there had the same idea of what time to arrive, but yeah. If you guys are ever in Quintana Roo, anywhere like Tulum, Cancun, Playa del Carmen, Isla Mujeres, that area, I definitely recommend you come here or to one of their sister parks. It's a few of them and they all start with X. But anyway, it was beautiful in there, in the caves, how they formed over hundreds of years, the cenotes. They got super high, fast zip lines. Okay guys, so remember how I told you in part 1 when we were in Cancun that I accidentally erased all the footage, and then both me and my mom almost drowned when we went snorkeling? Well, you're never gonna believe what happens next. Well, you probably can from the title, but we got robbed. My mom literally came face to face with an intruder in the middle of the night. She felt a presence standing over her, opened her eyes, and only to be staring at this man right in his face. She immediately starts screaming. I'm upstairs and I start screaming. Then he takes off, somehow practically disappearing, but not before snatching her 2 phones that were sitting right next to her head. We start looking to see where he got out because he literally disappeared. For a minute, my mom wasn't even sure if it really happened. So we started looking to see how he got out. All the doors and windows downstairs were locked. We headed up to the second floor where we can start seeing where things have been gone through, but all of the windows on the second floor were also locked. So we head to the roof, and on the 3rd floor, the door is wide open. All kinds of stuff sprawled all over the roof, beach bags, purses, all of our bags dumped on the roof. He took our brand new vlogging camera, so once again, footage gone. Luckily, my mom changed memory cards the day before we left Cancun. If it wasn't for that, he would have had literally everything. So I put together all of my camera phone footage to try and show what I could of the rest of my crazy birthday trip. So anyway, we finally get some help. We had an excursion to Chichen Itza, even though my mom canceled it. I guess they didn't check their messages, but we ended up going outside to try and see if the thief dropped anything or if he was still around somewhere. But my mom walks outside with a knife looking like an absolute crazy person, and our guide is outside to pick us up because it's now 6 a.m., which was our pickup time. We get there and the police are trying to charge some crazy amount, and we didn't bring enough money because we didn't know we had to pay for a police report. So basically we're on the side of the road trying to get a taxi because they are definitely not giving us a ride back since they didn't get that money. We were lucky to even get a taxi back because of our location, but we did.
Not here. This was not here.
In the middle of ziplining and they stopped. They're just stuck. This is why they have to pedal the rest of the way?
Yep. Oh, that's them. They got stuck.
So my mom thought she needed the police report for the insurance claim for the camera, but it turns out we did all of that for nothing. She really thought we was about to get a brand new camera for free. But the insurance didn't even cover theft, which we found out later. It was literally such a waste of time. So the property manager finally comes by and he has the surveillance footage. We look at it and oh my God. So apparently this man is like Spider-Man. He climbed up the trees, walked the ledge with total precision, 3 stories high. So after seeing the video and remembering how he disappeared without a trace, like silently ran up 3 flights of stairs, we weren't even sure how he exited at first. So now my mom is convinced that there's some type of superhuman voodoo or maybe witchcraft going on. So we end up going back to the police station because my mom just knew she needed the police report for the insurance claim. But with Jerry's help, we got the report this time and he paid for it. So anyway, fast forward. So of course we had to move from the Airbnb, but first we had to decide if we were going to cut the trip short, go home, or what. But we decided to stay, go to the hotel that's secure. The owner of our Airbnb offered us a stay at one of his other properties for free, but we were cool on Airbnbs. Oh, and I forgot to mention we didn't have a credit card because my mom keeps her credit card and ID on this wallet case attached to her phone. So all we have is cash pesos. Luckily we have that only because my mom keeps larger amounts of cash in the safe when we're traveling. Oh, and we have our passports because they were also in the safe. But upon checking into the new hotel, the front desk guy asked for a credit card. Although our room had been paid in full online by a friend back home, she still needed a credit card for incidentals, so she explained why we didn't have one, showed him the police report, and he said it was okay. So since he speaks perfect English, my mom asked him if he knew any witch-type voodoo people who climb trees and walls and disappear into thin air that do robberies. And of course he laughs and says no, but then he says there are some very skilled men, like professional gymnasts, acrobats, who break into the rooftops of these jungle houses, and they're usually in and out while you sleep, disappearing back into the jungle. She now realizes that makes more sense than the witchcraft or voodoo. So now that we're good, all checked in, now we gotta get my mom a phone. So she ends up spending 10,000 pesos, which is about 500 US, but technically you could do way more with 10,000 pesos in Mexico than you can with $500 in the States. Let's not do that, Mom. Can we get a push? We just finished the rafts. Oh my goodness, the rafts were... They were hard. Everyone was rushing us in the beginning, and then I ended up helping almost everybody at the end because I got it down. Anyway, that's whatever. I suppose it would have been better and funner if it wasn't so hard and so heavy to push. Oh my goodness. But are we leaving? I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go too. I'm gonna go to the restroom. See you guys in a second. Okay, guys, so we had a very crazy interruption at 4 something in the morning.
3:16 in the morning.
3:16 in the morning. Basically, I hear my mom.
Her mom woke up.
I hear my mom screaming downstairs.
To the top of her lungs.
Literally, like a murderer's in the house, and she's like, somebody's in the house.
He stole my phone.
He stole her phone. She saw the man.
He was right next to me.
He got everything. Well, almost everything. He left some stuff upstairs where he escaped from. He went through some of my things, and he grabbed our original our camera for YouTube. Where I'm filming on my phone right now. My mom has 0 phones. Yeah, my mom seen him literally grab her phone. She screamed as soon as that happened. I'm guessing he ran. He shot upstairs again. That's so crazy. And he escaped through the jungle.
Yep, through the roof that we didn't even think somebody could even climb up there.
And he got...
We lost the entire vlog from
Tulum vlog is gone. We're leaving, yeah? We're gonna try to. We need COVID tests and all this other stuff.
We can't even leave until we get our COVID test.
So
we can't even get the police here.
We can't get any police. The police contact. Maybe should I just try 911 and see what happens?
And that's what I did earlier.
Oh.
Okay, just tell them we'll get back with them.
Okay, I'll keep you guys updated. We're trying to get a police report right now. Well, I don't want to be too loud and make it obvious.
Trying to get a police report right now, so hopefully we could get our belongings back. Without the police report, the insurance claim won't
cover it.
Yeah.
So the last place we went to, they were trying to scam us. So we have Jerry.
The police were trying to scam us. Mm-hmm. So luckily we have our property manager with us now. That's him. That's Jerry.
Yes, that's Jerry.
And hopefully his can
help us. See.
Not get scammed.
Yes. Just know they sold that phone very expensive because they know dumb Americans are going to break, lose, and most likely get their phone stolen. So that was definitely the tourist price. She ends up with an iPhone 8 Plus, but it ended up not even working. Well, it worked, but she couldn't sign into her Apple ID because they needed to send her a code to one of her stolen phones to verify it was her, which of course she didn't have access to. Plus, it was all weird because it had a Mexican SIM card, but at least it helped with that naked feeling her hand had, you know? Oh, and Instagram was the only account that let her in without needing the 6-digit code. Oh yeah, and she had a Mexican phone number too. When we got back to the States, Apple gave her $180 for it. So that's basically how our Tulum trip went. This guy got us for about $1,000 in camera equipment, an iPhone 11 Pro, an iPhone 12 Pro, about 2,000 pesos, which is $100, about 500 in jewelry for my 2 necklaces, some makeup. I'm guessing he must have had a girlfriend or a wife maybe. He also got a bag with all kinds of beach essentials. He took our whole backpack that we had packed for the excursion that day as well. He costed us a $400 canceled excursion to Chichen Itza. Oh, and he also stole my last cartridge for my pen. If you know, you know. My mom had to end up making friends with some random strangers just to get some smoke. They were cool though. They felt really sorry for us too. So if you guys are ever planning to go to Tulum, I suggest you stay at a hotel or resort. If you choose to stay at an Airbnb, make sure they have 24-hour security because our security shift ended at 1 a.m., but I still don't recommend. You're basically putting yourself in their territory. The police won't help you and they don't care. They just want money. There's more tourist traps going on than the obvious ones. They're not just lying to us about prices and just overcharging us. There was another American, white, at the police station making a report just like we were. Similar story, except they got him for way more. They got camera and video equipment, plus 2 drones and 4 cell phones between him and his girlfriend. I guess cameras and phones are a hot commodity out there. Like, they will legit break into your Airbnb so boldly while you sleep, all up in your stuff standing right next to you. They know nothing will ever happen, nor will they get caught. For one, they are too fast and way too skilled. I mean, come on. For a minute, my mom thought she got robbed by a ghost. And 2, the police don't care. Imagine being able to commit robbery day in and day out without the fear of getting caught or facing consequences. My mom is a very light sleeper. You can't be creeping around her. She's gonna wake up. 'Cause if it was only me there, I would have woke up the next morning like, where's my stuff? I can't find my stuff. Not even knowing that anybody was ever there watching me sleep. All in all, we had a great time in Tulum, but without the incident, it would have been much better. Just know that a tourist in Mexico or any other country, you are a target, and they will try and get you if they can. So as long as you keep that in mind, you should be able to have a safe trip. But anyways, sorry I didn't have an actual vlog for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. I hope this was at least informative, if nothing else. And at least now, y'all know not to make the same mistake we did. But anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe. And also like, that really helps a lot. Comment and share too. Until next time. Bye.
Hey, coming down like precipitation. I ain't never met a limitation. Hater plotting my elimination. Gotta go to Google for the information. I'm a superstar, so I gotta shine. Top dollar be the bottom line. Bottom feeding niggas out of line. Turn your heart rate to a dotted line.